nothing changes.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. It is Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. I'm gonna make this video as quick as possible because tonight is the presidential debate and I don't want to miss it. So I wanna talk as a follow-up to my last video about tax deductions and expenses that most, if not all of you as resellers are able to take in your business. So what I want you to do is make a list. If you have no idea what's going on with taxes, you have no idea what to expect, you're thinking of hiring a CPA, remember, this is going to be a list of common ones. There are more outside of this list. And also, I'm not a CPA, a licensed CPA or a legal lawyer or financial lawyer, so I can't give you advice. I'm just giving you the most common ones that I see and the ones that I take for the most part and that I see other resellers also taking on a regular basis. So number one is the most important. It's cost of goods sold. That means if you bought a light bulb to resell it and you paid $1 for this light bulb and you sell it, your cost of goods sold is now $1. If you have 100 light bulbs, it would be $100 if you sold all of them. If you only sold 50 of them, it'd be $50 cost of goods and $50 would still be in your inventory because they haven't sold yet. So always keep track of your cost of goods sold. I have a video showing you how, and it's also a part of my 2020 training program is Accounting 101 and cost of goods versus cost of goods sold. It's linked below. I am retiring it as the year comes to an end, so make sure you don't miss out on that. It's $20.20. The whole description is below. Okay, so that's number one. Also, at the end of this video, down in the description, I will link my good friend Mark Hughes. He is a licensed CPA. I will link you to his site where he has a reseller tax academy. If you do need a licensed CPA to help you with your taxes, he is available and he's experienced in this industry. So I'll put a link to him below as well so you can check out his site and check out what he offers. Let him know that Rockstar sent you, and I believe there is a code if you use Rockstar Flipper or email Mark and ask him for the Rockstar code. I'll try to put it down below as well, that you can save a little money if you decide to take his academy. Okay, number two is equipment. Did you buy a new computer for business use? Did you buy a laptop that you're going to use on your business? Did you buy an iPad or a phone, a new phone that you're going to use for business? Did you buy, and I'll show you guys, a new set of lights that you plan on using to take photos or making YouTube videos or whatever it is that you do? I did, and I use these lights strictly for either this YouTube channel on social media, or we use them tilted down to take pictures of inventory. So it's used for both. Business use, absolutely deductible. Equipment is anything that you bought that you keep. You don't get rid of a laptop, at least not for a long period of time. The light kits are permanent. The computer, the iPad, the printer, these are all equipment. The second one is materials, and this would be things that you use up. So if you are buying ink pens or paper or toner or ink or all kinds of stuff, whatever it is that you would use and it goes away, paper clips and tape, that stuff is materials. That means you buy it, it's used for the business, but it goes away. Tissue paper to stick in your boxes. Thank you cards to put in the boxes. That is, thank you cards probably more fall into the advertising section, so we'll talk about that. Okay, so number three, materials. Number four is your cell phone bill. Do you use your phone? Do you have a business line, a phone that you use for business? If you use your cell phone for business and personal, it still can have a certain amount of claim on it. It's only half as to what I do. Ask your CPA and they will advise you. But as far as I understand, the IRS understands that in the new world, most people only have cell phones. They don't have house phones, or they don't maybe have a business phone if they don't have an office. So they use their cell phone for both, and they do allow a certain percentage of that to be deducted. Same with your internet. If your internet in your home runs your business and your personal, a certain amount. If you have a dedicated internet in an office, then of course that's business only. So there you go. So that would be number 4 and 5, cell phone and internet. Number 6 is the mileage that you drive going around to pick up merchandise or do business trips, whether you're sourcing or going to the post office or picking up supplies, the mileage on your vehicle. Make sure you're tracking that. MileIQ has a great app for that. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is shipping costs. What did you actually pay to buy a label? Now on Posh, they take care of it. But on eBay, if you do a $20 item with $10 shipping, you get paid $30 and you bought that $10 label. The customer did not buy it, you bought it. You were paid for it and then you bought it. So your income is going to show $30, but you better show an expense of $10 for buying that label. You're the one that bought the label. It's deductible. Okay, next is dues and subscriptions. Guys, make sure you're making a list and writing down next to each one of these what they are so that you can go back later and total them up and get your number, and make sure you have all your receipts for this as well. Most of them will be digital, I understand. Dues and subscriptions are costs that you pay to have like online, an email service. I pay to email you guys. I have a service that sends out my emails. It's like $160 a month right now. That is a subscription fee. I pay for an eBay store. That is a subscription fee, $60 a month. I pay eBay final value fees. Those are dues and subscriptions. Those are dues because I have a bill due with them. Same with any of your fees. All of this is dues and subscriptions. List Perfectly would be a due and subscription. Sendow, any of this stuff, all that stuff. Okay, next is training. Did you pay for any online courses? If you paid me for one, you absolutely can deduct it. It is legitimate. Did you go to eBay Open or a conference? The cost of that ticket is deductible under training. So all of that is good. Did you take a CPR course for your at-home daycare business and you had to pay for it? That could be deductible. Travel and hotel. When you go to these events or these conferences, your plane ticket, your train ticket, your however you got there, and the hotel for you staying are all deductible off of your taxes. Okay, so that is travel and hotel. Local parking, tolls, and Uber. So around your local area, if you go, Kate, great example, Kate's a photographer. She goes to a park and pays $2 to enter the park to take these great photos because it has an awesome background. That $2 is deductible because that's part of her expense in order to pull off that shoot. If you take an Uber to get somewhere, if you live in New York City, a lot of people don't own cars, right? So they Uber all around town to get to business meetings. Those would be deductible. Again, it has to be business related. You can't deduct an Uber that takes you to the bar to get drunk. It doesn't work that way. And make sure that you can back this up. If the IRS audits you and says, hey, it looks like you took X amount of Ubers for money, you can say, yeah, I go to a meeting every Monday, a team sales meeting. The Uber's $5 every Monday. 52 is $260 a year. Boom. Keep that in mind. Okay. Meals and entertainment, pretty much straightforward. It's only if it's during a client business meeting that you're having lunch or that you took them out to lunch for that. You can't just go about business and then just stop and get yourself ice cream and call that a business meal. Doesn't work that way. Same with entertainment. You can't just take a client to a bar and get them drunk and call that entertainment. There has to be legitimate business and business reasons. Okay. Tax prep services. If you pay somebody like Mark II, which I'll link below, or H&R Block or somebody for tax prep services, those fees that they charge you can be deductible. Again, ask your CPA about that. Legal services and accountants. If you have a lawyer who handles a legal situation for you, or you pay an accountant like Mark II, all of those can be deductible as well. Your healthcare costs. If you have, as an entrepreneur, your own medical insurance that you pay for, that's part of the H&R Block or TurboTax or any of those are going to ask you, that's part of the tax filing process, do you supply your own health insurance? And if you do, part of that may be eligible to be deducted. Mortgage interest, like I pay on my house, that is usually deductible if you own a home. Credit card and bank fees. So if you buy inventory on a credit card and you end up paying a few bucks in interest, that can be deductible. Same with you having a business bank account. If it costs you 10 bucks a month or 20 bucks a month, you really shouldn't because most bank accounts are free. Mine is free through Bank of America by meeting a few terms, but a lot of other banks are free as well. But if you do have a bank fee or credit card fees, an annual fee for having that credit card, you can deduct a lot of that off. Advertising costs. Did you pay for a billboard or radio or newspaper or TV? Did you buy business cards? Did you buy thank you cards to put into packages? Those are probably more so leaning on the advertising than they are the materials. They really could be both, but because they're advertising your business, they would want to go into that category. So all of these deductions and expenses are what you need to pay attention to. Make a list, rewind this video, watch it, write down the list, 1 through whatever we'd had. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 different categories. Wish I could have got to 20. There are far, far more, you know, as far as having kids or getting married, not getting married, rental income, all that sort of stuff is tax deductible or tax focused, and so you'll have to ask your CPA about those things as well. With that said, just make this list, write down all the stuff that you've done, the totals, make sure you have the receipts, keep a spreadsheet, get my course below that shows you how to track all of this stuff, and consider if you do need a CPA, since I can't help you with that, then Mark Tew's course below, the Reseller Tax Academy, and his website and contact information are all down there. So consider reaching out to Mark and he'll be happy to help you. He's a licensed CPA nationwide and he will do an awesome job for you. Okay, that's what I got from you, or got for you tonight. I'm gonna head up to watch the debates. I suggest all of you do, no matter which side of the ticket you are on, at least educate yourself, watch them, and be sure you know what is going on. Please don't comment about that on this video. Let's stick to the expenses and deductions. If you have questions, concerns, or other comments, please leave them below. I'll read them. I'll answer as many as possible, and I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if this helps you out. Make sure you give the video a nice big like and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos coming ASAP. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.